Money Showers.
Okay.
Money Showers says love the hair, Miami.
Thank you.
Everybody hate Nate. What's going on? Khadijah Singleton 14. What's going on? All right, so
I know I have to.
We logging into all the other
repost.
platforms. Y'all remember that we're not just on IG. We're also on. Okay. There we go. We're also on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook, as well as IG. So if for whatever reason, again, the views that we normally post on our page are normally the views you see from YouTube Live, because they have us side by side on the same screen. And if you guys happen to post anything in all the other platforms other than IG, we can actually put them on the screen, and they're actually saved to the feed. So when we go to use the clips and stuff, we can actually see your feed on your comment on the screen, just so y'all know. Just in case y'all were unaware how that works. But we cannot see IG comments on the feed, unfortunately. They just don't connect to that platform. What's up, One Dinero? All right, Money Showers. We're getting ready to do the topics. We're just trying to make sure we connected to all the feeds, and then we're going up. We're going on.
Un momento.
But again, if y'all have any topics y'all want to talk about tonight, please let us know in the comments. I'm ready for Black Love. What's up, fam? We are definitely going to do your topic. We're definitely doing your topic tonight. So stay tuned.
What's up, people?
What's up, Jason from YouTube? What's going on?
Okay. Am I light enough? We're ready.
Right. We are ready, honey.
Jason in the building. We see you. All right. So let's do this thing.
How we do this thing?
Let's do this thing right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, podcasters, YouTubers, IGers, Facebookers, Twitterers, Twitchers, and the whole wide world of America and the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is Brains and Beauty
times 2, y'all. I'm Shayla.
And I'm Miami Heat. Because it is preseason. What's good?
Oh, Lord. What's good? All right. So he's on some high Fiona.
Make sure I'm good for you guys tonight.
All right. So tonight, y'all, we have actually quite a couple of topics. So we want to make sure that we get through them all. It is right now. It is podcasters. We finna get through this in an hour. We finna get through this in an hour. I'm looking at the time. We're not gonna keep y'all too long. We know games is on. We know y'all got things to do. So we're not gonna go.
Raggedy teams don't even matter, man. This preseason.
Oh, look, see.
They not worried about nothing. Only thing we worry about is trying to see how we working right now. But anyway.
All right.
What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitter? What's up, Twitch? What's up, everybody out there? We see y'all. You could comment. Everybody on those platforms, you're able to comment. We're able to see them and put them on the screen. We're also looking to the right and the left, which is our IG Live. So if y'all see us looking to the left and the right, just know it's other people out here who want to listen too. Hello. All right, let's talk about our PSAs.
All right, PSA starting off. Okay, so we already know versus. Last week they canceled Ashanti and what's Keisha Cole because of Ashanti being tested positive with COVID. So they rescheduled that for January. But this week, Saturday, they got E40 and Too Short battling. Now I don't know who.
I'm ready.
I don't know who all y'all Bay Area fans is and stuff. But yo, they had some straight jams. Like I'm waiting to see this one. I love the lineups. I don't know how they're picking these lineups, but I love them, and I can't wait to see that one. So make sure y'all watch that. That's Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I think 5 Pacific. So yeah.
Who you gonna go for, Shay? E40 or Too Short? Y'all go ahead and put y'all people in the comments.
I don't really know. I love Too Short, but I don't know. What's my favorite word? Like, every time anytime you say that, I gotta have to say Too Short right now. I'm gonna have to say Too Short. TL90 on Facebook. Thank you. I'm gonna have to say Too
You gotta
Short.
say Too Short. You gotta understand. I'm from Miami, so we really grew up on that Too Short type of lyrics. You know what I mean? So I'm used to Too Short. E40 was cool. I got introduced to E40, I think, when I went to FAMU, but Too Short for the win.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Too Short
to watch them though.
But it's still gonna be good because they both had some great music. They really did. All right, so let's see next one. All right, so if you guys don't know, next year 2021, which is literally like 2.5 weeks away. Scary to say, but it is. Warner Brothers is gonna launch all of their 2021 movies on HBO Max, as well as in the movie theater on the same day that they come out in the theater. Now, I don't know how this is going to work out for the movie theater industry, but like, how do y'all feel about basically being able to see the same movies that you would normally go to the theater to see at your house? Like, would y'all prefer to watch movies at home, or would y'all prefer to go to the theater? Like me, I'm a movie theater person. Like, I enjoy the experience of getting up, grabbing my blanket, going to my car, driving to the theater, grabbing my slushie, getting a big behind thing of popcorn with a side of cheese, and sitting in my chair in the middle seat and watching like that. I enjoy that. I enjoy the experience. Okay, so I don't really want to watch no new movies at home. I'm good on that. So I don't know how that's gonna work out for everybody else. But what you think, Miami? What you think?
Girl, first of all, I don't buy the popcorn, I don't buy the this, and I don't buy the that, and I don't buy the that. When I go to the movies, what I am going to miss is getting out of the house going, because I used to like to go to the movies like midday, like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, when the movies was like $5, $6 to go in, and I'm the only one in there. But I'm going to enjoy watching it at home. Like, I'm cool with that. So if the movies are free and HBO wants us to just have their little their streaming service, I wonder if they're still going to charge extra just to get the movie. Now that, I don't know how that's going to go, but if it's $5, I'm cool with it. It saves me gas. It saves me money from buying all that other stuff, or being enticed to go into these other little lunch places and buy food, and when I leave there, whatever the case is. So I'm cool. I could be at home, sitting back, relaxing, and watching a new movie. That's dope. It's almost like back in the old days was when we had them bootlegs. When the bootlegs come out, and we get to watch them at home. So I'm cool with watching it at home. I'm excited.
Okay. All right. Well, I just don't know what it's gonna do to, like, I don't know what it's gonna do to the movie industry. I'm a little worried that that's gonna mess up a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it could.
I don't know. But most people are saying they prefer to be home. And Jeezy says, no way, I prefer not to pay $10 for a doggone hot dog.
Yeah, no. When you got hot dogs in the fridge, you hear me?
Yeah, I lost it with a side of cheese. I'm sorry. That's like a new thing I kind of got into with my husband. But yeah, I love that. Check and Mate says certain movies are better digested in a large theater format. And I 100% agree with you.
For the sound, I agree. For the sound.
Yeah. Like, I love that, to make it. I love to hear the sound all around you. You know what I'm saying? I love that. So I think I'm still gonna be heading to the movies, but I'll probably go in the times when it will not be packed. So like that 12 p.m. movie, that noon and 1 movie, I'll probably.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love when everybody be at work.
Nobody be in the theater, and that would be perfect. Especially during
everybody be at work.
Yeah.
Everybody be at work and everybody be at school.
Yeah. Exactly.
I had a PSA that came up right before we got on, that the CEO of Pfizer, I believe, who has the vaccine, he was asked, "Hey, did you take the vaccine?" Guess what he said?
No.
Nah, I ain't take it yet. I know we distributing them out. I ain't want to skip the line though. You know, I don't want to skip the line.
Sure he didn't want to skip the line. No, he don't want to be a test dummy. Okay, that's all. He don't want to. He want y'all. He want everybody else to be a test dummy.
So, I don't know if that's Candy. What's up, Candy? But yeah, so if y'all see that, I don't know who's going to get the vaccine, but if you down for the clown, go ahead. Let me know how it works. Let me know if your face turns to the left or the right, because I heard the faces are like left and right or whatever.
Yeah, I've heard they're having like facial paralysis and stuff. Like there's some people who've had facial paralysis. See.
And after you get the shot of who knows what in your body, you still have to wear your mask. So,
so to me, like my point is, well, what's the purpose?
I'm gonna wait it out.
Exactly. I'm gonna wait it out. See, I need them to do a little bit more testing for me. And I think they said not here, but I think in Australia or somewhere, like they basically scrapped their vaccine because it's caused issues. Like I think people like tested like HIV positive or something. Like it's crazy. I'm a pass for this for right now.
If the CEO not taking the shot, if the CEO is not taking his own shots, baby, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. The CEO just said, I know it's down the hall from my office, but I don't want to skip the line.
You
don't want to take it yet. We want to let the people take it. No, sir, you're the creator. You're the CEO of the company. You don't want to be the first. You should have been the first person to take it anyway. But anyway, moving on because we in PSA mode and not topics. What else, Shay? What was next?
So next. All right. So we want to give a congratulations to.
Oh yeah, Kiara Sheard.
Yes.
I always say Sherrod, but shout out to Kiara Sheard. She got married over last week. It's just so amazing to see a woman of faith wait and finally get engaged and get married in the same year. Okay, so shout out to her. Black love all around. I wish them nothing but the best. And a platform to give other young couples, especially millennials and down, some advice on how it is to meet in this whole social media age. Because a lot of people are married. They was before social media. Like this is the new social media age. Move around that and show people about being a couple, a new married couple in social media. So shout out to Kiara Sherrod and her husband. I forgot his name that quick. He has like I feel so bad. But Mr. To them both.
Okay, so and we had to look a little questioning with that one. Do you all think it's a good decision? Is it a good decision to get engaged and married in the same year?
Mr. Kelly, that's his name, Mr. Kelly. I remember that, Mr. Kelly. Go ahead.
Do y'all think it's a good move? Let's say that it's a good move to get married, to get engaged and married in the same year. Like, do y'all think that there should be some time in between? Or do y'all think that, if you get engaged, you've already basically dedicated yourself or saying that you're going to dedicate yourself, so why wait? Y'all let us know what y'all think.
I'm going to go ahead and start.
Go ahead.
I think if you know that person is really the one, there's no major red flags, nowhere to be found. I mean, nothing is going to be perfect, but there's really no major red flags. And love is, in the air. You have prayed on that. You guys have seek counseling in between your 6 months because they got married. They got engaged 6 months ago and now they're married. So for me, in my house, if I find when that man finds me and I agree to accept him as my husband, I have no problem with getting it, being engaged January and be married in June. If that's that man for me, I'm ready to go. Let's get it done because love is love. It does not matter. You can wait a year. You can wait 5 years. It's up to that person. But for me, I'm cool. My grandmother got married after her proposal to my granddad within a month. And they had the longest lasting marriage in my family that I know of until her passing. So it time doesn't matter because love is love. So
as usual, I'm reading these comments. Okay. So I'm going to agree with you. I'm definitely going to agree with you. I think that it doesn't matter. I think that, again, you should have courted that person long enough to know that at this point, once you said that you're engaged, like I'm going ahead and saying, I want to be married to you and I'm proposing, you're basically saying that you're ready. So all that other stuff.
What we waiting
I think
for?
that time is really for planning the wedding and kind of getting your ducks in a row and kind of starting to set y'all life together up if you haven't already done so. But I think why not? You know, when you're ready, you're ready. Like, what's the real
because
long wait?
Because you still have the dating phase before that. So you don't know I don't know how long they were dating before she got engaged, but I know from the engagement to marriage, there's nothing wrong with being married within 5 months, 6 months. Like we not waiting a year. We not waiting a year. Okay?
We not waiting a year, y'all.
Girl. Okay, we not waiting a year.
We not waiting a year. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Conweezy.
We can barely wait till the reception over. But no, for all my people who waiting out there, y'all know what I mean. Okay. So, but you never know. You don't know how long it took for somebody to even get to that engagement. So all I'm saying is I'm cool with that. And like you said, it doesn't matter, man. Love is love. And when that love is official and it's coming in hot, steamy, and you know that's it in your soul, your spirit telling you that's that man, honey.
Yeah.
What we waiting on? What we doing?
Mr. NGZ on IG says, I know a couple who got married within 3 months of dating. Wow. From dating. 3 months.
Okay,
and you said, okay, we getting it popping.
From dating to marriage, 3 months. I don't know about that one, but
I'm gonna pass on 3 months. But hey, you know, if it's working out, for some people it works out perfectly. They feel like they know, and it is what it is. For me, it would have needed a little bit more time, just a little bit more time to get to know you. But again,
Weezy said, no, I need to know your ratchet family and everything.
Mr. Conweezy said, no, I need to see you. I need to see the real you come out the bag. Period.
Yeah.
Period. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. So then she wasn't the only person who got married. We also had Melanie Fiona, this R&B singer, who also got married. And she actually did when you know, yes, G Money Man. Yes. I 100% agree. Melanie Fiona also but she actually did a same day marriage. So she didn't do the traditional, let's go and go to the church. Now we're having, she didn't do all that. Now, even though I think they're planning on it, she said, look, this union is about me and you. We don't need people. It's just us. So they literally looked in the phone book. I don't know if y'all seen it on IG, but they looked on the phone book, found a place, went, signed the papers, kissed in front of like a plexiglass window, it looked like, and went to a liquor store, got a bottle of champagne, and toasted outside. Like, they did it their way. And I love that. I thought it was so cute. And it went back to what it's supposed to be about. You know, a lot of times we do these weddings and stuff, not necessarily because, well, to me, they're never necessary, but they're just things that we want because we've always dreamed of. We want the ladies, you know, they always want the dress. They want to share it with their family. They want that fantasy that, you know, you've grown up as a little girl wanting. I want that. So, you know, a lot of times it's just for that, but they just show, look, this is not about that. When the time comes, we'll do all that. But right now, this is just fine for us. And I thought it was so cute and very inspiring.
Yeah, I thought it was cute too. I think, you know, in this time of COVID, they pushed their wedding back twice on top of all of this. They've been planning. She wanted to get married in August. So for this still to be happening, and people, you don't want to put your older family at risk either, trying to do a wedding. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to lose your grandparents in the midst of you trying to find love. And, you know, you definitely don't want to do that. So I just love the fact that they put themselves first. They kept their love first in the midst of a pandemic and said, you know what, we don't know when this thing is going to be over with, but I love you, you love me. Let's go ahead in front of God. Let's sign these papers, and let's just get it done. You know, like, who are we doing this for? Like the song they were playing in the background was basically saying, I think it was Rick Ross and John Legend, like, who we doing this for? Like, who cares? Like, it's for us. So when I do something like that, I think if I was engaged the beginning of this year and we are still in COVID, I think I would have done the same thing. I mean, again, it's about us becoming Mr. and Mrs. Like, let's take this time during this whole pandemic and let's just work on that while we can. And then later on, we can also go ahead and have a big welcoming celebration, welcome back to life type of thing. Like, and honey, I don't have time to be waiting.
Like, I got married in the courthouse, and again, it was cute. It was just me and my husband. And then after we literally went to PF Chang's, and we said, family, if y'all want to come, y'all can, but we going to PF Chang's because that's what we want. And and they showed up, and we had a good time. And we just decided in our mind, look, when if we make it to the 10-year mark, we pray we make it to the 10-year mark, then we'll have something, and not like a wedding, but more like a vow renewal and a big party.
Yes,
that's it. That's what I want. A big party, just everybody, your family and friends and all that stuff getting together and have a good behind time. That's it. That's all I want. So that's important.
Mr. Legister on YouTube said, yes, why be in debt? Because you're trying to please everyone. It's all about husband and wife, period.
Amen. Period. Period. All right.
They say the bigger the wedding, the quicker the divorce. What you think on Facebook? Y'all are crazy.
The bigger the wedding, the quicker the divorce.
I don't know.
But it does seem like that sometimes, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It does seem like that sometimes, though.
I need to dance, Katrina.
Well, I guess in that case, I guess it would mean more money, more problems. Basically.
You know what? Now, if Corona was not here for me, I don't think I would do just me and him type of go sign the paperwork downtown Miami and be done, or wherever we at, or wherever he stays, or whatever the relationships take us to get married in. If Corona wasn't here, I wouldn't do. I'm okay with having an intimate wedding, though. I'm okay with having maybe 30 guests or 20 guests or 30 guests max. Like, I'm cool with that, and having it very small, no headaches, no big old party of
production
people.
And all that. Yeah,
it's just people knowing that God has finally sent this man for me, and God has finally sent this woman to him, and we finna get this thing going. I am Mrs. Whatever Pitt / whatever his last name gonna be. But I don't know, like, I don't have to. Seeing all of this stuff makes me think I don't have to have the huge, biggest wedding. Of course, every girl would love one, you know what I mean? Of course. But you don't have to have it depending on where you guys are at financially. Like, I'd rather have a great ring.
Hint.
And a small wedding. I'd rather just have that's me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a flashy girl, but when it's time for me to get married, I want to let the world know, honey, I am married. Period. You see me, hello. Good morning.
You see her, you see babe.
So I don't mind if to have a great ring and have maybe a 10-person's wedding or 20, I'll do it. I'll do it quickly because that's what I want. But every girl's dream is to have it all. I will want to have it all. But if I cannot, I'm okay with that too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna start moving on to the topic. It actually turned into a topic. That was just PSA. But I did want to say something. I saw Frederick McCoy's comment. A successful marriage requires falling in love many times, always with the same person. Love that, sweetie. That's beautiful. I love that. Okay. True. All right. So moving on, you getting marriage proposals in the comments. All right. So moving on to the next topic, ladies. Now this one's for the ladies, even though we do want the fellas to answer too. Ladies, would you decline an engagement ring due to the ring size? Would you decline engagement due to the ring size? So if he happened to get on his knee and it was beautiful how he did it, and he thought of all the little things that you liked, and he got on one knee and opened that box, and that ring wasn't what you thought it should be. I'm saying it in a nice way. What you thought it should be, it wasn't there. Okay, would you still say yes? and get engaged anyway, even though the ring was not what you wanted it to be. The size ain't right. It ain't. Would you say yes? Would you say yes? And fellas, and this is y'all question. Would you consider her a gold digger if she didn't accept it? Mr. Knighton. What's up, Mr. Knighton? Careful, ladies. But no, this is a real thing. Like, I think every girl probably knows a man, or I'm sorry, every girl knows a girl who was proposed to who was not happy with her ring. Everyone knows at least one. At least one. I don't mean it ended well, but everybody knows at least one. So our question to you ladies is, would you do it? And fellas, what do y'all think about a woman who would say, baby, that's not it. Like, it's too small. What y'all think?
Okay. So I have found, God has sent this man to me. He was the one for me. This is who I've been waiting for since the 80s. You know what I mean? So, okay, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, babe. I will marry you. And, and we're going to have a conversation because, again, that's something that I want. I'm not a flashy girl. I'm not a high maintenance girl. Like, that's all I want is a nice ring to solidify for me, not nobody else. This is for me in my house, in my body. But if there is any other issue, let's just say, you know what, babe, I know you want to be an investor. I know you want properties out of the yin yang. Instead of me spending all of this money on the ring, I got you some properties, but I still want to spend the rest of my life with you. Absolutely, I would say yes to this man. But if he said he still just, he had other plans, I would still say yes to this man if he is the one. And then I will, we can work on him, maybe the 5-year renewal or maybe the 3-year renewal and give me what I want. Because that's all I want.
Okay.
No, that's all I want. That's all I want. So
I like that idea. I like that idea because again, at your renewal, if y'all make it, to a certain point, that could always be something on a wish list that that to tell him, look, I would love an upgrade. I would love something, a nice, a little upgrade to what's already beautiful. I would love a little upgrade there. So you could always, it's how you say it. It's how you deliver it.
Yes.
I just looking at his ring like,
nah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
So
I will hope that he advises maybe my friends and my family, or just asks me what type of ring that I like, and he keeps that in mind. And then, I still get what I want. But if not, if he just cannot, because love is not all about money and love is really not all about the ring.
Amen.
But if he still cannot do it and he still gives me something that shows that he wants to spend the rest of his life with me,
living on you, honey.
I'm supposed to be treated, honey. I'm saying yes to the dress, to the address, to everything.
Yes. Okay. Checking mate on IG says she's going to miss out on her soulmate because of a lack of earthly resources. He can always upgrade the ring, and I agree. Thank you for that, checkmate. We 100% agree to that.
Agree.
Oh Jason. God. Okay.
Bring you love.
You know what? I think what it is G Money Man says an upgrade. Yeah, y'all never heard of an upgrade? Like, okay, for example, my grandfather had when he was starting out and they were young and he was just starting out and he just got out of the Air Force and he proposed to my grandmother. That ring wasn't no big lavish ring, but when they got older and, obviously this was years and years down the line, he saved enough money because he knew that he wasn't happy with the ring that he got her, but he wanted to upgrade it. So he got her a totally different ring. And that's the ring that I actually wear today. He gave it to my husband to give to me. So it's like that. It's a gesture. But again, most of the time, if you're getting with a man, you already know what he's capable of purchasing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
do.
Exactly. So if he gets you something that not liking the taste or style of the ring is something different than just being upset about size. So, you know, most likely you know what you're going to get before you actually get it when it comes to size thing. But sometimes you are just disappointed because you're thinking that someone's going to get something that's so lavish. But again, I think that should be something that's put out there way before, especially if you've already talked about marriage. You kind of already know what she likes. You know what she's kind of looking for. So maybe you can kind of meet in the middle or in between or something that's discussed prior to. But I don't know. I feel like if someone truly loves you, the ring is not going to stop you from saying yes.
It ain't going to stop because he could just give me
better later.
Listen, he could just give me the band that I want and I'll be happy with the band, honestly. Like, I don't have to get the rock. I could wait for the rock. Child, just getting married. Let's just go, honey. Yes. Let's just get this thing popping, honey. I have kids to make. We have babies to create. Let's go. And we worry about the but like you said, I just, you know, hopefully those women who do think of it, because the story was the lady returned the ring.
Yes.
She returned the ring back to the store. I don't know if she told him no because of the ring was too small, but I just thought that was very shallow.
It was very much so.
If that's that man, if that's the man for you, baby, God has sent him. You cannot be that shallow when it comes to stuff, because stuff goes. Stuff can be gone. Somebody can rob you and that ring could be gone tomorrow. You know what I mean? Amen. So it's all about what you get with that ring. And that's what I want. I want to know what I get with what does this ring mean? And that's what I would say yes to, what the ring means.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Some of y'all comments is hilarious. Oh my God. Okay.
We want to thank everybody for joining in. For those who don't know, we have multiple topics as we go. Feel free to chime in. We see if we have the time to sit here and go amongst all the topics. We try to get to them and respond to every thing that we see. Sometimes they kind of go fast in between people coming in and joining in, especially on IG. So y'all just sit back, relax. We have a couple of more topics to go. And we appreciate you so far for tuning in, listening, and chiming in your 2 cents with us tonight.
Amen.
Okay, what's next, girl?
All right. Next. All right. So we got.
I'm sorry.
What you laughing at?
I'm reading YouTube comments right now. Oh. What's important, ladies?
All right. We'll address that really quickly.
Real quick. Mr. Convoz on YouTube stated, podcast people are listening to, they probably laughing with us. What's more important, ladies, the ring size or the man size?
Oh, God.
Because you want me to answer this one? So I can't really comment.
Okay, well, I'll say my point is,
you married, you can say what you got to say.
The ring size can always be upgraded, but you can't change the equipment, baby. So I'm going to have to say the equipment is more important, but not necessarily size, but how it is used. Because just because you're maybe blessed in that area, I'm careful. Just because you may be blessed in that area does not mean you know what to do with it. And just because you may not happen to be as blessed in that area don't mean you don't know what you're doing. So I'm going to say the man's size, because I can always upgrade the ring, baby. That's can be purchased. You can't purchase another package. Sorry. So that's just my personal opinion, and we're going to move on because Angie is like, what is happening? Okay. Jason is laughing on YouTube. Okay. All right. So moving on to the next topic, y'all.
Moving on to the left.
The comment is make sure you are finished being single before you get married. Make sure you are finished being single before you get married. So,
how do you know in the chat? Go ahead. Go ahead.
How do you know that you are done with the single life? How do you know? Especially fellas. I really want to hear the fellas on this. Like, how do you know that you are done with the single life? How do you know that you are ready to settle down? You're done with the shenanigans. You're done with the hoopla, and you ready to settle down with that one and only baby, and it just be about you and her. How do y'all know when y'all gotten to that part?
Yeah, fellas. How do y'all know? Huh? Because for me, we're gonna wait for the fellas to chime in. Because they still talking about equipment and stuff, child. As you can see me. So one more time for the people in the back, Shay.
One more time for the people in the back. All right. All right. So the statement is, make sure you are finished being single before you are married. Make sure you are finished being single before you are married. So the question is, how do you know that you are done with the single life? Like, how do you know that you are even ready to take the steps to be married? I know fellas probably answers are going to be very different than a woman's answers. Mm-hmm. So we want to hear what the men are going to say. Like, how do y'all know when you're done playing around? Like, y'all are ready to be serious with that one woman. How do y'all know?
Yeah.
Marvin Legister on YouTube, because I'm tired.
But Jason on YouTube said, you are done when your lady comes before everything else. Fellas, is this true? That you know when she's the one, and you know you're done with your single life when this woman becomes before everything else?
Yes.
What's up, Jen? What else we have? G Money on Facebook. On Twitter. He said, when you only want to be around her only, if you can be happy doing nothing together, she the one.
Okay. I love
fellas.
that.
Bring them in, fellas, because I'm ready to go. Bring them in, fellas. What else? What we got? Shay on
that's actually I really agree with that one. When you want to be around nobody, like, and I think that's the same for ladies, when you want to be around nobody but him, like, and you're happy, just y'all not doing a doggone thing.
Yeah.
Y'all are saying so much together and you ain't saying a word. Like, that's oof.
We got TL9 on Facebook. We got them from everywhere. We got YouTube coming in. We got Twitter commenting. We got Facebook commenting. We got IGTV commenting. Okay. So TL9 said, most of the time a man knows when he meets that person who makes you want to stop playing around.
Okay. All right. Mr. Conweezy, please.
And I want to come straight home.
When I come straight home.
When I come straight home, I know she the one. Oh my God.
Y'all oh my crazy. God.
What we got on IG, Shay? I saw like
I'm five. Too hard. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm reading comments still about equipment and stuff. Hold on.
Go past equipment. See?
Okay, and Jeezy, you know when you're done, when you're just with her and you feel great and don't even notice other women. Love that. That. Okay.
I love that.
Let's see. This is Tremont Corday on IG. When nothing else matters other than the bond y'all share. Amen. I love that. See, we love when y'all are in y'all feelings. We love that.
Mm-hmm.
Trill Talk TV, really? When the child support gets too high, I can't with you.
I think he said too when he needs somewhere to stay. Oh my God.
Okay, and GC also said when you want to grow and you want to do and be better for her and you see a future with her.
Yes.
And Purple Dre, another crazy one. Were you tired of getting caught?
Y'all are mess.
You gotta come on to that one.
When she's all you need after everything. Mr. Black Love. Ready for Black Love is crazy. Miss Pitts, really?
I can't read Trill Talk TVs. I can't read
Old and
that.
tired of-
Y'all can read it if y'all on
Old
IG.
and
Y'all
tired
can
of chasing. That's a good one. One thing I know when it comes to leaving your, how you know when you're ready. What it was, how you know when you're ready, Shay?
How do you know when you're ready to stop to be being married and you're done with the single life?
I think it goes two ways. One way, you know you're ready when you don't want to be selfish anymore and it's not all about you, right? When you're ready to share.
Yeah.
Meaning you got to share your time. You got to share your time, honey. Like you just can't, let me just say, because when I wake up, I do what I want to do. I don't have to clock in with nobody if I don't want to. Only thing I clock in right now is with God. And that's going to be forever, husband or no husband. But it's like, I don't have to clock in. I don't have to check in the middle of the day. I don't have to do none of that stuff now. You know what I mean? So, when you're ready, when you want to do that, when you got to share your time with the person, when you find and make the time for the person, because I don't care how busy you are. You could be the busiest person in the world. If you could make time for the person, especially for me, if I could make time for you, when I do make time for you, that's how I kind of know, like, you kind of bomb. You know what I mean? Also, when you're ready, when you can cut off everybody and tell everybody, please don't call my phone. Please stop texting me.
Yeah.
Blockity block. I'm done. Please don't say hello to me. I see you on social media. Hello, good morning over there. But like telling people like don't contact me. Their time is over. You know what I mean? So I just feel like there's so many aspects to knowing when you're ready when it comes to just personally with yourself, knowing you got to share, and then also involving your other people that you communicate with and letting them know, please stop bothering me. Please don't bother me no more. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and I agree with all of those things. I definitely think the biggest thing though is I think time is a one thing that you can never get back. And I think when you're willing to give that up for that person, when you start putting their needs before yours, and it could be the simplest things, but it's not just when they really need you. It's when they really don't, but you're there anyway. I think that's when you start realizing like that person is more than just somebody you're dealing with, and you're willing to take those next steps with them. And also when you realize that you're just not only the time, but that person is willing to even put money on anything. I think money a lot of the time drives a lot of people's decisions. And when you're willing to spend coin on people, a lot of, and I think this is especially for men, when you're willing to spend that coin that you wouldn't normally spend on a woman, I'm gonna say you pretty much done playing the games, and you pretty much figured out like this is the person that you probably most likely want to be with. But I think sometimes y'all let other stuff dictate y'all decisions a little more. But I think for those two things, when y'all start spending the time, because time is money, and when y'all start spending the money, I think y'all kind of have gotten closer to that point of wanting to be with somebody,
Baby, I don't just buy gifts for no no ma'am. He has to already be bae.
He got to already be bae.
I'll probably, surprise you with a little dinner or lunch or something like that. But like tangible things. Yeah. You got to be special for Angela to go in her bank account and say, I'm going to take some of my money, my hardworking money, and hook you up. Like, you have to be so special. Like, I have to have felt like, man, like, he is just so dope. Like, I got to make sure you know what I mean? Like, I want to make him smile today. Like, I want to make him feel some type of way today. Like, he got to be so dope for that. So, if I ain't getting you nothing, you know.
All right. If you didn't know, now you know. All right. And we're going to move on to the next topic, okay? All right. Next topic. I'm just saying. All right. How do you make your partner feel loved in a long distance relationship? And do y'all think that long distance relationships in this age, in this day and time, can still work. Like, do they work? Do y'all think they work, or do you think they're pointless? And this one, I'm gonna have to say that long distance relationships, I feel like they can still work, especially during this time. I mean, that's what we have, all the technology that we didn't have back then, and they were somewhat working then. So but again, it's all about the amount of effort that you're willing to put into it. It's all about the amount of work and effort that you're willing to put into it. But I think the way that you make someone feel loved in a long distance relationship is, again, time. It's time. That's thing that you can't pay for. It's free, but it's not free, because, like we said, time is money. But at the same time, you have to understand that with long distance relationship, there's so much more that goes into it. You have to put in so much more effort to always make that person feel like they're just as important as if they were sitting right next to you, as if you can drive to their house and be there in 5-10 minutes. Like, it's so much more effort. So, but I think most people are only willing to do that when they feel like they have a true connection with somebody, or they're doing stuff on the side and they just they need somebody that's further away. But other than that, I think that long distance relationships are very much possible, especially in this day and age, because technology has made it where it's possible. But I still think that it's a very, very hard thing to do, and that you have to be truly committed to that person and to building that relationship if you're going to do long distance. Personally,
that's a good one. Think, before I jump into it, we got a lot of guys saying no.
Oh, well, I figured they were going to say no.
We got no. Pointless coming from Twitter. No coming from YouTube. No coming from IG. We got Facebook kind of said something that surprised me, and I saw it. So long distance relationships can only work if both people are financially capable to support the distance.
Now, I would agree with that.
Okay.
I would agree with that.
We also got long distance relationships build solid communication and trust as the foundation to the relationship. I 100% agree with that. I'm gonna say my piece in a minute. I want to get some of y'all comments out of the way.
Okay.
Okay. I am chuckling from my bottom of my stomach, y'all. You don't have no relationship. You have a pen pal.
See, I just said I wasn't coughing, and you're behind. Who is that, Mr. Conweezy? I can't. Lord have mercy. Okay.
I'm ready for Black love. I was optimistic, but no. True talk. It depends on how long it's going to be long distance. Okay. Let's see what we got. With long distance from Tremont Corday. Corday. With long distance, it can work with discipline, but you have is time. So FaceTime dates would be something that could help.
Yes, it does help.
Trill Talk TV now, yeah, because flights are cheap. Oh my God. Okay.
I already knew what he was gonna follow up with that. And I think, okay. So my question is to fellas. Now that most all of you are basically saying no, it doesn't work. Yeah. My question to you all is, why doesn't it work? Is it mostly because y'all, like Mr. Conweezy wrote on YouTube, that y'all want the cookie to be close by at all times? Is that why it doesn't work, or is there a different reason? Like, truly, is there a different reason other than y'all want her physically to be in your presence on a more regular basis?
I got G Money Man said, well, how long is the distance?
Well, I would say long distance is anything that you can't just jump in your car and be there within 30 minutes or even an hour. I would say that's long, anything past an hour is pretty much long distance, because ain't nobody making that commute every single day.
Right. And Jeezy say, been there, done that. It's not for NGZ. Dang, y'all. What y'all done been
doing? Y'all need bae close. Y'all need bae close at all times.
You gotta have them women close. Okay. I think for me, long distance relationships can work. Like, I'm totally open to long distance relationships, but again, this is where trust, communication, like we saw on YouTube from Jason, he stated that, man, this is where the foundation of everything of the relationship starts. If you can communicate effectively from afar, Lord knows what you can do from within my presence. So if you can show out long distance and you can trust me as well as much as I trust you, that we can both practice our disciplines, because we already waiting anyway. So if we could practice our discipline with that, I think it's a great foundation for later on in life of a marriage. Like, I'm totally for long distance if that's what it has to take. But again, it takes two. Like, I could be the only person in the relationship, happy-go-lucky in a long-distance relationship, but the other person is over here dreading, oh my God, what I'm gonna do today, and don't have no discipline. We're gonna have a problem, and I'm gonna have to go, and I'm gonna have to talk to you, and I'm gonna have to tell you to go, not jump off a cliff, but
kick rocks, basically.
With no shoes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so I think long-distance relationships can work in 2020 for sure, in any year, really. I've done a couple of long-distance relationships before, and again, I'm just that type of person. Like, I'm just a disciplined type. I'm the type, I don't have to be under you every day if I don't want to. I don't have to be under your ear every day. Like, I don't have to unless I just really want to be. If you're local, but I don't know. I think they could work, but it takes two. And this is where you see how your marriage will be if the person has to go away for work or go away for a family member for a weekend. Like, would you lose your mind because I'm not there? Or would you go crazy and want to look at everything walking when I'm not there? So I think it sets you up so well to where when you are in a marriage in your household, when he's not home and when she's not home, you know how to act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how to act, you know how to be, you know how to present yourself to the world as the wife or the husband of this person. Like, I don't know, but I'm all for long distance, but it take two, baby, because if it ain't gonna take two, I'm good.
Okay, listen to this. G Money Man says the problem is when problems arise, it's easy to say, why am I doing this? That's that. And I can understand that. It would be easier to just be like, I could find somebody that's close to me. I could find somebody I can see all day and not have to go through this. But again, I think that's when it goes back to, what does that person do for you that truly makes you understand that it's worth this trip? Like, is it worth this hassle? Is worth this time apart? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when it gets down to that. Especially in the beginning. Especially in the beginning. It's a little harder for you to just be like, why am I doing this? When y'all have invested time and maybe even years into that relationship. It's a little harder to say that.
Yeah. Shout out to Yellow Badge just got in the building.
What's up, Yellow Badge?
Ladies don't come up and say too much, but Yellow Badge, she always come up and say something. She said, long distance is low-key stressful because you always wondering what's going on. Listen, you have to have trust. Like, that's where it's built at, because if the person is, yes, it's easy to see the person every day and build trust when that person is right there in your city, blah, blah, blah. But doesn't it speak volumes to know that you can make a relationship work from far away? Yes. Y'all are badly in love and y'all get creative. Like, you can have dates online. You can have cooking classes. You can have FaceTime dates. You can have to the park dates. You can have so many things that you can do. So many different ways to get thoughtful and be surprised. Like, I don't know, you can meet halfway in a city somewhere. Y'all can meet in new cities all the time. Like, it's just, I don't know. People just, I don't know. Again, that's for me and my mental and my mind state. I'm all for long distance, long as the other person down with it. Ooh. Ain't all over the place and ain't community pieces for everybody.
Okay. All right, y'all. So we are going down to the last 10 minutes. So we are going to go ahead and bring in comments that were on, that we asked on IG on a post what topics y'all want to talk about tonight. And so we have some viewer comments that we definitely wanted to do those topics before we jump off tonight. So we're going to go ahead and jump into those.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and do Njeezy on IG. He asks, why do women lie? Why do women lie? And what he meant by that was, why don't they say what they mean? Why do we say that we're fine when we're not? And why do we say it's okay? You can do whatever you want, because I can see how he typed it. You can do whatever you want when we'll be mad when you do. So basically, why do we lie? Like, just why do we lie to y'all like that? And
ladies, I need you to jump in.
Huh?
You said who you want to start off with this?
I'm gonna let you jump. I'm gonna let you start off with this one. Why do we lie? Why do we fake?
I don't think we. Okay, for those who thinking like, where do they get these questions from? We asked a question on our IG page the other day, and we asked you guys 2 days ago. So just letting y'all know. So if you see us post something, go over to IG, follow us there, so you're able to put your questions there, so we're able to answer them. Yes. But anyway, why do women lie? I don't think we lie. We just sometimes we're just so Mrs. Fix It to where it's just like it's not that big of a deal right now, or we don't want to hurt your little feelings because we really want to say what we want to say.
I would say that.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt your feelings.
We don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah. And that goes in a lot of areas. We don't want to hurt your little feelings. But mainly I just think I don't think y'all can take us raw sometimes. So we gotta sugarcoat some stuff sometimes, because y'all can't really take us raw. Because if y'all take us raw and we come out and just tell you exactly how we feel, now we're nagging, now we're doing too much, now we're angry, now we this and that. So to prevent all of these stereotypes of you calling us names, we gotta just say it don't really matter, and then we'll blow up at you later. But if you could just take us raw, maybe it'll be better. But we don't lie. We just
sugarcoat. Y'all heard the word. And so TL Knighton, or Mr. Knighton, I'm sorry, on Facebook says, I have 5 sisters, and honestly, I feel like females lie in relationships to protect their own peace. And I would 100% agree with you on that. I would 100% agree with you. I don't think that we blatantly lie to just lie to you. I think that a lot of the times we're trying to avoid an argument, and we want you to know that we're upset, but we don't want to tell you that we're upset. So, like, for example, when he asked, it's okay you can do what you want. Like that, when we say that, I would normally say that's an indication. You hear my husband in the back. That it's an indication that we just don't want to argue with you, but we want you to know that we're upset, and we want you to rethink whatever it is that we're upset about. We need you to rethink that before you go and do it. Now, if you do it, what in our mind, what it's saying is that you're upset, that you don't care about what we think. You know we're upset, and you don't really care to get why we're upset. So I think a lot of times we just do stuff because, again, y'all can't really take us, and I agree with that. Y'all can't really take us just coming out and saying how we truly feel.
Yeah, because feelings get hurt.
Because when we say it how we mean it. But a lot of times we have to just kind of, like she said, sugarcoat it so that y'all can kind of get that we're hinting at the fact of, please, like, get where I'm coming from. Like, the whole food thing is something different, though, I think.
Yeah. Before I get into Njeezy's response to his question that he asked us, I want to touch on Mr. Convoz. He said, you said little too many times, care to share. Okay, when I say little people, it doesn't mean like little. Like, I think it's a Miami slang term. Like a and we say a lot. It's like little this, little that. It doesn't mean really little anything or little of a man. It doesn't mean that. It just means a lot of like little child. You know, I don't know. It's just a slang word for Miamians. When I know I probably say little a lot of times. But yeah. Back to Njeezy. He said, no, please hurt my feelings. I'd rather have that than be annoyed and my day be ruined trying to figure out what's wrong. I'd rather cry for 30 minutes and have my whole day ruined than to try to figure out. Now, my whole motto of my life is I don't like to assume. And I don't like somebody else to assume anything about me either. I like to honestly be straight up. So if I come off a little bit harsh, or if I come off a little bit strong, it's because I just rather just let you know how I feel. Yeah. Now I may sugarcoat something a little bit, but majority of it you're gonna know. And it's gonna come off a little hard, but at least you know I said what I had to say. And sometimes again it fires back. So either we sugarcoat and we get called lying to y'all, or we come out and be as truthful and honest as we can be, and we get called nagging and hard to deal with and hard to communicate with. No. It's not communicating harsh. It's me honestly just letting you know how I feel about you behind. You feel me? And that's it. So either way, we wrong, fellas. See?
Yeah, I don't really think that y'all want us to be blood raw with y'all. I don't think y'all don't really want that. Y'all don't really want that. So a lot of times we try to hint at stuff, and when we say, "Oh, we don't really care," and when you know we do, and normally our facial expression will tell you, our facial expressions and our mannerisms tell you exactly what we mean when we say it, especially mine. So I know I do that sometimes. If I tell my husband like, "Yeah, I'm fine," he know doggone well I am not fine. He know that. Okay, you might want to come back and deal with this because this may last a little longer than you want. So you got to know your partner. You should kind of know those things. You should know when there's an actual issue. So I think a lot of times it's for us. It's just our way, like she said, of just not wanting to argue with you, but wanting to still let you know that we're not happy with something, but we just don't want to argue.
Okay. And Jesus said, yes, we do. I promise you, we do. I speak for all men when I say that. Again, and I understand all men are not the same. All women are not the same.
Amen.
That's exactly why communication is key. Asking your person how they like to communicate, if you even get to that point, because some people don't even get to that point of understanding how people communicate. Because I said, I don't have time to sit here you wondering and not asking me direct. Ask me direct questions, baby. I just ask me, because I don't have all that skipping around town. I'm too grown. Like I don't have the time. Like just let me know, and I'm gonna let you know. But
you know what?
Like it right now.
A lot of times though, when women are like that, if you show a genuine interest in letting her know that no, it's not fine. You're not fine. And I truly want to know what's going on. If she notices that you truly take a genuine interest in it, she'll stop doing it. Like she'll stop saying, I'm fine. She'll know that you're okay and that you're fine to get how she truly feels, and she's able to communicate that with you. But if you're someone who blows her off and acts like, well, whatever, I can see you have an attitude, but I don't really want to deal with you right now, so I'm gonna act like I don't know. She's gonna continue to do that. You're gonna continue to get the same result. So it's about how you deal with it as well. It's not just
I like that shit.
For real, because you have to realize that if you're with somebody, you're not the only person that most likely they've been in a relationship with. So they're bringing the way they used to deal with men in the past, or how they were dealt with in the past, to your relationship, until you teach them that, look, this ain't gonna work here. Like I need you to tell me there's a problem. If there's a problem, babe, let me know. It's about how you tell her. It's different to tell her, babe, let me know, than, man, you get on my nerves. Just tell me what you want. Like they both said the same thing, but they both were presented differently. So I think that's where the disconnect is. But in no way do I think we just like to lie, or we just like, because of course we don't. We would love to just tell you how we feel, but sometimes we don't feel like y'all can take it. And so we just kind of.
Well, that's vice versa too. Let me just stop you there, because we got these fellas thinking, oh yeah. No, fellas. Because your behinds like to come to us, step to us in a way that you done dealt with people in the past before. The woman does not want to be treated and talked to like this, and presented and communicated like how you used to do in the old days in the corner with the dust and the bird. Your woman now, she not like the last woman. So you have to understand and figure out and step to her. You may have to get the little backlash, but you the man, you gonna lead, right? You the leader.
Yeah.
The line leader. Okay, well, act like the line leader. Stand there and figure out what the issue is for this particular woman. Stop meshing her with your past. Because some past girls are in the past for a reason. The one here now, today, she may need to be talked to or treated a different way so that it can work for her. So figure that out. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? Figure that out for this woman, because y'all behinds come with baggage too. It ain't just women.
Yep.
Y'all behinds come to us with baggage from past previous girls that you have dealt with and probably still dealing with right now. And y'all got all these soul ties on y'all already anyway. And then we gotta deal with that. And then y'all want us. I want to act right.
Lord, let me tell you something. Don't get her started, please, Jesus. Don't get her started.
They be treating us like we Felicia. We're not Felicia. No. I'm sorry, Felicia. If your name is Felicia, I'm not trying to say nothing, but all I'm saying is my name is Angela. Don't treat me like Felicia or Bahisha.
Yeah.
Angela has to be talked to a different way if you want Angela to talk back to you correctly. Because if you talk to Angela like Felicia, Angela gonna talk to you like who knows who. I don't know. So you present to Angela the way she needs to be talked to, and you will get a communicative person. But you gotta be able to be the line leader, the little head of the tribe that you want to be, Mr. I want to be the king of the castle. Okay, Mr. King, can you stand in front of me and talk to me? Can you take my rawness and take my truth on how I feel about you? Or you have to be a little prince and go in your room until it's your turn to be a king? Because I'm trying to
natural turn. All right. Well, I'm just gonna say question is easy. Again, we don't think that women just like to lie. Let's just sum it up. We just think that, a lot of times we feel that whoever we're with, maybe sometimes we're bringing it from past relationships, but sometimes we feel like the person that we're with just can't accept how we feel. Yeah. And so, or they can't accept how we're going to give it to them. So we tend to hint at things and hope that you just pick it up, especially if we've been with you long enough and we think that you should know better already. This depends on the topic. But again, it's about communication. It's about letting her know, look, babe, I know something's wrong. Like, just tell me what it is. And you should be able to read, like, a perfect Mr. Knighton said, men should really read body language. And I truly agree with that. And it's about that. Because a lot of times the body language tells you all you need to know. It doesn't matter what's coming out of here. I know when something's wrong with my husband. I don't care what he's saying here. When I can see in his face and in his mannerisms and how he's walking, how he's moving, that something is wrong. And y'all got to do the same thing. When you know your woman, So we're going to leave it at that. And we're going to move on to the last one. And that's from I Am Ready for Black Love. And let me
read T.L. Knighton.
Let me
read his complete thing. Men should really read complete body language and not just words coming out of their lady's mouth. This will help them deal with the issue at hand. She, her, no might mean hug me. Mm-hmm. Her no may mean kiss me. Her tears could mean I need me time. But you won't know this if you don't read her body language.
Yeah.
And you know what, too, ladies? We have to also not sit here and expect people to read our minds too. Yeah. And we may have to just come out and just tell them, hey, bruh, sir, husband, boyfriend, whoever you are, fiance, this is how I feel. What are you going to do about this? Because if we don't fix this, this is going to explode to this. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do as the leader of this relationship? You are the man. You are the head. So what are you going to do to help us and guide us over here to fourth quarter, baby? Because I'm not trying to be in halftime the whole time of my life. I want to play the game. Okay? So, but yeah, that's a good one, T.L. Knighton from Facebook. That was really a good one.
Thank you, G Money. Thank you so much. See you next week.
Pick up vibes. So,
all right.
Next, what would you say? We had one more.
All right, one more. We got to get to Mr. I'm Ready for Black Love. So that's also on IG. He asked, "Why is there pee in the dating pool?" Why is there pee in the dating pool? And I'm not dating them, so I'm gonna let you do this one. Why is there pee in the dating pool?
All my single folks out there, all my fellow single folks out there, Shay just said, for people in the back, why is it that there's pee in a dating pool? Why people peeing in a dating pool? Why is it people who ain't drinking water peeing in a dating pool? They drinking soda every day. They ain't flushing their kidneys out. So now we got hard, dark pee in the dating pool. I don't know what's going on in the dating pool. I'm trying to figure out what's happening in the dating pool. I'm trying to figure out, is my man maybe in a jacuzzi? Maybe he's not even in this pool. But where is the jacuzzi? Or maybe he in the ocean. Maybe he at the beach. Maybe he's not even at this little hotel pool. Maybe he's at the beach. But where's the beach at? Because this little dating pool full of pee, honey, I don't want to be a part. This not working for me. It ain't working for me. So y'all tell me what's going on. This water. But y'all tell me what's going on, okay? Y'all let me know, guys. It's pee in the dating pool. But you know what? Honestly, let me just get real. Let me get serious. I think people think they have a lot of options, right? So depending on who the men are, I think they feel like there's always grass greener on the other. There's always greener grass. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, or maybe they just not meeting the right one too. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and say they think it's negative. Maybe they just not finding the right one just as much as we're not finding the right one. But I just feel like, I don't know.
You know what? I think I'm gonna chime on this one. I think that
there's too many options.
Righteous 10, hey bae. He says immature adults and kids pee in pools. You know what? I think I'm gonna say, and I would definitely agree with that, and I know what he means by that. But I definitely think that these days, because we feel like we just have so many options, and because this is not like back in the day when everybody you knew was within a 20-mile radius, and you had to kind of deal with the people in your town. And you didn't really go nowhere and travel nowhere. And the man was the only one working and the wife was at home. And you didn't have time for all them other games because you was his only source of income. This is not those times. So now, because we live in a time.
Families and other, but go ahead.
Yeah, no. Of course. But I'm still saying, like, at this time, you didn't have nowhere near the options that you have today when it comes to not just social media, but you know what I'm saying? You can get to wherever you need to be and go to, and you can have access to so many more people in this world, people who live in totally different countries. So I think that we don't feel the need. And now because women have the same, a lot of the same opportunities as men, we don't feel the need to have to deal with any one person. We know we have options. So we we weigh them out. We play around, we kick our feet in the water. We say, "Ooh, that's nice." A little lukewarm, a little cool or whatever. All right, let's go a little deeper in, but we not really searching for nothing in particular. We're just out here testing the waters, and that's all we are doing. So until we are ready to take that. So I think that's why there's a lot of people like, no, ain't nobody really out here. Most people are not out here, especially at certain ages, really looking for anything
serious,
necessarily serious, until they start getting to a certain age where they realize they kind of got to be a little more serious. Like, okay, like women who are, now that biological the clock is starting to tick, and now I really do want a man, or now I've accomplished this in my life, and so now I feel like I've done so much and I've accomplished things on my own that now I can be serious about looking for someone to share that with. Now we have more so those things in our thing. So I think that's really the issue.
And lastly, I'm gonna just say sometimes it's just not the time. Sometimes you could be, dating and you just keep running into toads, and you can't find out one you can kiss to turn into a prince. Sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes it's just not the time for you. And when it's time for you, it will happen. The pool will have enough chlorine in it and the pee will be out and you will find your Mr. or your Mrs. Like, don't get it twisted now. Like, there's a lot of junk going on in the world. But let me tell you something, and don't have me start preaching. When God needs you to get connected with that person, he will make sure y'all get connected.
Amen.
So I want my students to understand it. Like, we can sit here and laugh and joke and kiki because I love to do that. But let me make sure I be very clear. Because I'm talking to myself too, as Shayla knows. You have to be open, but don't rush and push things that are not meant for you. Because like Jason said on YouTube, divine timing. There's always timing. There's still timing involved. You have to be open and you have to be willing. You know what I mean? As long as you're open and willing, that's all you can really do. Because baby, hello, testament here. You can date all day. You can go and date and try and put your toe in the water, maybe get in halfway to your waist, and then he showed you he can't even swim and go to the fifth. He can't even go to the fifth up.
The 5 feet. Is it 6 feet?
5 feet. He can't even hold my hand and take me to the 5 feet because he about to drown.
Yeah,
so you know, some things you just can't. You don't know until you put yourself out there. But at the same time, it's still about divine timing, baby. When God needs you to be with that person, you will be. You will know it. He will know it. She will know it. Amen. And y'all together, pee or no pee, mud or no mud, junk in the trunk. I don't know.
Junk in the trunk. All right, and I think we're going to wrap this up with a comment that I see on Facebook, and that's from Mr. Knighton. Or you know what? No, I'm going to read a couple comments, and then we'll wrap it up with Mr. Knighton. Yeah. Let's see. Mr. Convoz on YouTube. Gang culture is raising our boys, and the Megans and the city girls are raising our females. That's the problem. Okay. I can't necessarily disagree with you on that one. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Mr. Knight. Thank you. Jason says divine timing, that he definitely agrees with that. With that. And I am ready for Black Love, who actually posed this question on IG, says, actually, you'll be in your own private beach. And NGZ says, preach, Reverend Miami, preach. All right. And Mr. Knighton, he said, and we're going to end with this. I'm sorry. Wrong one. If it's pee in the pool, go to the beach, meaning change where you're swimming. And I would 100% agree with that. Sometimes, a lot of times, we keep picking the same pools, or we're not really expanding our the radius of where our pool is. And sometimes you gotta change things. But again, it's all, like Angie says, it's all about divine timing. It's all about what you're praying for, what you're working towards. And again, understanding that when it's your time, it will happen. And really trusting and believe that. Because if you don't believe it,
it's work. It ain't just I got a boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, it's work. Like, you have to share yourself with somebody. You have to be focused with somebody. You have to be committed to somebody. Like, it ain't just I don't want to be single no more. It's like putting this person in your life and saying, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do work. And people just don't want to do that. Like, not enough. But the right one will. So, and on that note, we want to thank everybody.
This was an amazing show right before Christmas, guys. For real. Like, Christmas is next week and we can't even believe it. But this is a great live.
And this is episode 90. You guys, we have 10 more episodes before the 100th episode. Yeah. And I know Shayla probably agree with me and just say we really appreciate y'all for 90 weeks, 90 Wednesdays. Y'all have been with us. And if you have not, that's cool. But me and her, we have been here to have these discussions, just to talk about maybe some things that we just need to talk about sometimes. And for our own selves, for y'all. But I hope episode 90 has been amazing for you guys. Next week is Christmas, like Shay say. So if you have anything you want us to talk about for next week for our Christmas episode, feel free to come over to Brains and Beauty Instagram page, wherever you can find us, give us those questions or whatever topics you want to talk about for the Christmas episode. But that was going to be very fun and light. But yeah, I just want to say, man, this is 90. 90. Shay, this is 90.
It's 90
nights.
And seriously, when we say we appreciate y'all, like, it's not even a game. Like, we don't care if it was 5 seconds, if y'all asked a question and left, or if y'all been here numerous times. And trust me, we see the people who come in on a regular basis, and we know y'all. We know your tags when they come in, and we so appreciate y'all for the love, for the support, for the comments, for talking and chatting with us. We feel like we got new friends on here, so we truly appreciate y'all.
It's so easy. Miami so mean to really
we love. Oh God, I love reading your comments, boy. You are funny. Okay, so next week is right before our Christmas episode, so that will be mostly topics around Christmas time. But we hope to see y'all then next Wednesday, same time, 8 p.m. Make sure that if you have not subscribed, followed on YouTube or IG or Facebook, please do so. I'm sorry. And make sure you tell a friend to catch us on Wednesdays, y'all. Thank y'all so much.
For the podcast family, do not forget to go in the comment section. Whether you are listening on Apple, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, go ahead, or Google Play, or wherever you are listening right now on the podcast. Don't forget to 5-star us, 4-star us, 5 stars really. And let people know why you listen to us. And hopefully you guys get to come and see us live one Wednesday, because you guys listen to this every Thursday morning. Podcast goes up, the audio version of this goes up every Thursday morning after we go live Wednesday. So yeah. And the last thing I want to add real quick, I am ready for Black Love Said, which is also a podcast. You guys check them out. What have y'all learned about each other through these 90 episodes? Real quickly, I've learned that Shay really got some wisdom as a married woman, as a woman who has dated, who goes through a lot of things that I personally won't go through because I'm not married. So these 90 episodes, I'm learning things from her, just as prepare myself as a woman to share my space and my time and my energy and my love that I have within myself to give to this man, whoever he's going to be, honey. Like, I'm learning from her responses to you guys on these lives. So that's what I learned so far from Shay on these 90 episodes up to this point.
Okay. All right. I think what I've learned so far is that I've learned my weaknesses. I've learned my strengths. I've learned where I need to improve in life, and where I need to improve when it comes to having a partner. And I mean a partner, I mean Angie, not my husband. And having a partner and everything that you do. And I think when you have a friendship that's not just a friendship, but you're also doing a business venture together.
Yeah,
you have to always keep in mind what's most important. And you also have to always be willing to compromise. You always have to be willing to step up when you're needed. And even when you're not. I've learned my weaknesses. And I think my biggest thing is getting better at my weaknesses and being more consistent in a lot of the things. I think Angie has taught me so much when it comes to learning how to, I have Apple devices now. I think that should probably sell it all. I had Google devices before and I didn't even know how to use them. So now I have an Apple phone, I have an Apple laptop, I know how to use it, I know how to edit videos. It's just when you have someone who's willing to not only help you to become a better person, but to help you to succeed in doing whatever it is. Because this is not something that I could just use here. This is something I can use in whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But it's also still your friend, understands that y'all friendship is more important. I think that's good. And I think it even further has made me realize how much of a sister I've always thought she was. And I know that will never change. So, thank you for that question. I'm ready for Black love. But I think that's the biggest thing. Like I think that Andrea is an amazing person. To me, this venture has only shown me how amazing of not just a person, but a partner she is to me. So yeah. So all right, y'all. So thank y'all again so much for joining us tonight. Yes. And again, we will see y'all next week, 8 p.m. ish. And hopefully maybe we'll be a little festive next week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we can bring to the table.
We'll see. So podcast, you may have a podcast family. You may have to come on in and watch us Wednesday night live and still listen to us on Thursday morning. Yes. But so go ahead. He said Miami turned up again. Y'all know I'm very sensitive about my craft. You know what I mean? But yeah, so good night, good morning, good afternoon, podcasters, YouTubers, IGers, and everybody in the whole wide world. Thank you all for tuning in to Brains and Beauty. And this is episode 90. We out, honey. Good night.
Bye, y'all. Good night.